Call the meeting to order and start off with a pledge of allegiance led by Commissioner Gobbard. Council Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Please let the record show that all planning commissioners are present with exception of Chair Nelson.
Public comments. Do we have anyone that wants to address the commission that has it's not on the agenda tonight? Okay, we'll move on to public hearing. First, we'll do the minutes.
Thank you.
Last, we have.
I'll move approval.
I second.
Okay, all in favor? Minutes are approved. Now we'll go to the public hearing. The commission, the first project. Do we have a report?
Yes, Belinda Dias will provide a staff report, please.
Thank you, Brenda. Good evening, Chair Pro Tem, Donor, Planning Commissioners, and members of the public. My name is Belinda Dias, Principal Planner and Staff Planner for the proposed project located at 25802 and 25831 Victoria Boulevard, which is owned and operated by Pickering Properties. This project is before you for review and approval of a time extension for a coastal development permit, site development permit, and 4 conditional use permits, which had been approved in 2018. While there are several permit applications, staff processed this project in its entirety as one master review for its discretionary approval. To give some background on the property itself, here's an aerial of the immediate area. The subject site is located in the Doheny Village area of Capistrano Beach on the west side of Doheny Park Road and at the west end of the cul-de-sac at Victoria Boulevard. The property is bounded by commercial and light industrial uses. Overall, the site is approximately 2.7 acres. The property is located in the Community Commercial Vehicular Zone, the Coastal Overlay Zone, the FP2 Floodplain District Zone, and is identified on the FEMA flood maps as Zone AO. Immediately adjacent to the property is an area designated as Transportation Corridor District Zone along the railroad tracks. There are 2 separate lots on the property, 25802 Victoria, which is to the south, outlined in the orange, and 25831 Victoria to the north in the blue outline. A portion of the Victoria Boulevard in green is owned by the city but operates as boat storage and vehicular access under a lease agreement between the city and the applicant. The main building A, which is shown in yellow, was originally constructed as a lumberyard and office storage. Building B in red was built as ancillary lumber storage. Building C is an office structure at 25831 Victoria, shown in blue. Ultimately, the purpose of the project is to convert the property from a single tenant to multi-tenant occupancy. And the approval involves the demolition of Building B, development within the coastal floodplain districts, joint use of parking, legalizing major automotive uses, and it should be noted that Building B has since been demolished. Specifically for the time extension request for your review and approval, on September 10th, 2018, the Planning Commission did approve the entitlements with conditions. On September 10th, 2020, the Director of Community Development granted a 1-year extension of the approvals. A second and final extension may be approved or conditionally approved by the Planning Commission on the basis that the requirements or standards which were in effect at the time of the original approval have not changed. No requirements or standards have changed except for the 2019 California Building Standards Code effective January 2020. The Doheny Village Zoning Code update was recently adopted by the City Council in August 2021, but has not yet received certification by the California Coastal Commission. With that, City staff recommends approval of the requested time extension, subject to the original findings and conditions of the adopted resolution. I would be happy to answer any questions you have regarding the staff report and the project. Thank you.
We have questions for staff?
Good evening, Belinda. One question, it says that there have been some back and forth with the Orange County Fire Authority, but is everything good with the MetroLink and the Rail Authority? It said that there was a fence put in. Is that the only issue that they had?
With regard to the demolition permits that were issued and since been finalized, a new fence had been installed in accordance and collaboration with MetroLink, making sure that all of the existing improvements had been pulled out of the TC zone. And so all of that has since been resolved and finalized.
So basically, the outstanding issues are with the Fire Authority then?
The Fire Authority and the improvements to Building A, which is the subdivision of the suites in the commercial structure.
All right, thank you.
Just quickly. So with the Doheny Village specific plan, if it were in place today, this entire project would be in compliance?
Correct.
Okay, that's all I need. Thank you.
If you were going to make a guess, are the improvements, are the changes with the fire department going to be resolved within 12 months?
I'll have the project applicant, Todd Skandarian, speak to that.
Okay. I guess we'll wait for that until we get to their comments, then we'll come back to that. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. So your guesstimate is that you're ready to go? Okay, thank you. Do we have any public comments?
No, we do not.
Okay. Next, then, we'll start with the commission. Any comments?
Based on the status of where they are right now on going through everything, I don't see any reason not to do an extension on this.
I concur. I think that given that they've cleared OCFA, it just makes sense to give staff the time to do what they need to do so that the project can get completed. I think it's in the best interest of the community.
All right. Then I'll put a motion on the floor, time extension for coastal development permit CDP 170023 and site development permit SDP 170043 for alterations to an existing commercial structure and joint use of parking facilities within the coastal and floodplain overlay FP2 districts and conditional use permits CUP 170012 and CUP 170013, CUP 170014, and CUP 180017 to operate major and minor automotive uses within the community commercial vehicular CCV zone located at 25802 and 25831 Victoria Boulevard.
A second?
All in favor? Good luck. We look forward to the completion. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is coastal development permit, CDP 210005, to demolish a single-family dwelling and construct a 6,600 square foot single-family dwelling and attached two-car garage within the residential single-family 4 RSF4 district at 229 Monarch Bay Drive. We have a staff report.
Yes, Belinda also provides staff report on this item.
At 229 Monarch Bay Drive. This project is before you for review and approval of a coastal development permit because the proposed project involves demolition of an existing single-family residence and construction of a new single-family dwelling on property located within the Coastal Overlay District and Appeals jurisdiction. The subject site is located in the Monarch Bay gated community on the ocean side of Pacific Coast Highway. The property is developed with an existing 3,071 square foot, one-story single-family residence with an attached two-car garage. The lot is approximately 10,201 square feet in area. Here's the property from street view, and the existing structure will be demolished to construct a new two-story home. The applicant proposes to construct a 4-bedroom single-family dwelling with an attached two-car garage. The project also includes new landscape, hardscape, and pool in the rear. The project received Homeowners Association approval from the Monarch Bay Architectural Control Committee. The project meets all development standards for the RSF4 zoning district as summarized in this chart. Here's the proposed site plan. The proposed home consists of 4 bedrooms, which requires a two-car garage. The new home features a mid-century modern layout with a central courtyard and entry patio. Here's the floor plan of the main street level with 4 bedrooms, then office, open concept, kitchen, dining, and grape room. And here is the floor plan of the lower level, which is predominantly subterranean, but technically does not meet the zoning code's definition of a basement. A bonus living room, gym, music room, and open atrium is proposed on this lower level and is not visible from the street. The exterior will feature a contemporary style with soft finishes. The front rendering below also shows the proposed walls superimposed to show the streetscape view along Monarch Bay Drive, and the rear elevation with floor-to-ceiling glazing to the backyard patio and pool area. Here are the side elevations as shown on the left and right of the structure. And the proposed color and material sample board show natural tone stucco walls, limestone tile, white brick, tumbled rock, wood flooring and doors, aluminum bronze windows, gravel roofing, and board form concrete. The Planning Commission must make the following findings in order to approve the project. Staff provides justification and analysis in support of the findings as described in the staff report and the draft resolution. The proposed improvements meet the development standards of the municipal code and is consistent with the city's general plan. The project is located between the nearest public roadway and the sea, and public coastal access exists along this portion of the coast at Salt Creek Beach, as shown on this aerial map. Furthermore, this project constitutes as infill addition of an already developed property with no significant environmental impacts with the proposed work. As such, staff recommends approval of this coastal development permit subject to the findings and conditions as is described in the draft resolution. And I would be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Are there any questions for Principal Planner Belinda Dennis?
I just have one, Belinda. What's the difference in the elevation of the finished roof from the existing facility, the existing structure to the new?
So the plans weren't provided of the existing structure per se, but The project architect noted that it's the same elevation as the existing roof.
So why, because I saw that they did the story poles. So what was the purpose for doing the story poles? Just for the homeowners association?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
No other comments? I'll open for any public discussion. No comments? All right, I'll close the public hearing and ask if there's any more comments from the commissioners.
Sure. It's a great new home. I don't see any real issues here. My only thought was, once I saw that it was the story poles, I was just concerned about if there was any height impacts, but it looks like there's none. So I'm good with everything.
Try this again. I concur with the findings. I agree that the new architecture is in keeping with the renovations that are ongoing at Monarch Bay, and it looks like it's going to be a great addition to the community there. So I'm in favor.
I'll make a motion that the coastal development permit CDP 21005 to demolish a single-family dwelling and construct a 6,006 square foot single-family dwelling and attached two-car garage within the residential single-family 4 RSF 4 District 229 Monarch Bay Drive.
I second.
Call for a vote. It's unanimous. Congratulations. We're looking forward to completion. Thank you. Short-term rental.
So it's going to be an update as to where we are with the short-term rental. The subcommittee did conduct 4 different stakeholder meetings in mid-August. That was with the management companies, existing permanent holders, neighbors, and community groups. And those went very well, good discussion. And the minutes and the audio from those meetings are actually on the city's website for the public to listen to. Our next steps is to schedule our community meeting. So we discussed with the subcommittee having that virtual meeting again. But prior to doing that, we want to send out a postcard to all the residents and tenants within the city. So we're preparing that postcard now. But we also want to schedule that public meeting following the seating of our 5th planning commissioner. So once that occurs, and we'll be having that public meeting shortly thereafter. And the status of the commissioner seat, the applications are due tomorrow, September 14th. So hopefully we'll be having a new person join us in come October.
The total planning commission, will they be involved in the next phase?
That was the discussion of the subcommittee. That
Yeah.
again, it would be the entire planning commission.
Okay. Any other old business? Nope. New business? Staff report, excuse me, commissioner comments? No comments? With that, then I will say that we'll commence our next meeting on September 27th, beginning at 6 p.m. or soon thereafter in the City Council chambers at 33282 Golden Lantern, Suite 210, Dana Point. With that, I will adjourn the meeting.